I thought that why speaking is so hard. Like my brain knew the word, you know. I know the word, what I'm gonna say, but what about my mouth? Why I can't speak it, you know? My mouth had no idea what to do with this. For a long time, I thought I was bad at speaking English, not because I didn't know enough grammar or vocabulary or anything. That one thing I started doing, and it changed my English, saying the same words, same sentence over and over again, like 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, right? It's kind of silly and awkward at first, right? Like when you are at home with your family and you want to practice your English, right? You have to do this. But these things help my English is how I say it in English. So in this video, you're gonna know 3 things why knowing a word and being able to speak it is totally different skills. The methods I use is called shadowing, and how to face this into your day-to-day life without sounding like a work that you have to do. Okay, let's go. Here's the thing. I could read the English word in the English sentence, right? I could read it in a comment, in any video, whatever it is, you know? I could read it, I can listen to it. I know exactly what it means, but when my turn to speak, my mouth just hesitates to speak it. The accent feels off and the rhythm feels off. And most of the time, I just chose to speak the easiest word, the easiest one to have that conversation. Maybe sometimes I was avoiding it, avoiding to have the conversations because I'm scared. And I thought, okay, maybe my English wasn't there yet, but it wasn't. My brain knew the word. It's just about my mouth, My mouth never has practices. I want you to understand that understanding isn't the same as speaking. Like you heard a song, you hear the song, you can understand that song, right? You know the melody, the rhythm, how the song is gonna be. But if I hold you a mic, can you sing it? No, of course not, right? You can not sing that song without practicing, right? It's the same as speaking English. In these skills, you have to practice it. You eventually can sing the song, you eventually can speak it, but you have to practice it. So you have to know that how to breathe. You have to know the patterns of that conversation, how the tongue, how your mouth is gonna be. You have to practice it a lot. When you practice it over and over again, eventually you will can speak it. But when you first starting it will feel awkward. It will feel a little rough sometimes because I don't know your native language, But from my native language is so far more than speak English and the American accent that I wanted, right? I'm still working on it. I'm still working on my American accent. You have to pay attention and know that it's totally different skills. Like I said, understanding isn't the same as speaking at all. It's totally different thing. And speaking is a physical muscle, It's a physical thing that you have to practice. You hear the word, you have to, put it out loud. You have to put it out, say it out loud. No wonder I couldn't speak it in that time because I was just working on my listening skills. I can understand the movies without subtitles. I can understand the real people have a conversation because I don't practice about my speaking skills, about the patterns, how the real conversation was gonna be, right? I don't practice about my tongue, how to speak it. And I do remember that I was watching some video, and I love American accents. I want to speak like the native speakers, I love it. I was watching some TV show, and then I paused the video and I try to speak it. I try to mimicking them, the exact same word, how they speak. I really wanna speak like them, but why I couldn't speak it, right? The first time, the second time, the third time, it's still not even close like them at all. But then I was listening a lot and I practiced it a lot, like a 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. I'm serious. I told you that you have to do it like a 20 times, over 20 times, and suddenly I feel like I can speak like them a little bit, a little closer to the native speaker. The more I understand that conversation, and my mouth have shaped, that pattern, and I know how I'm gonna say. What shadowing actually is. Shadowing, I know you heard a lot about shadowing technique, and shadowing is just you have to listen to the native speaker, listen to them, and you mimicking them. You copy their tone, their accent, their rhythm, their energy, how they sound. Look at the native speaker, look at their mouth, how they say, how the energy it should be. Something that would hit me was shadowing technique is good, but the important part is you supposed to do it like a 50 times, 100 times. Not just like listen and you just say it and pass you by. Not like that. You're supposed to do it a lot. You're supposed to do it and shadowing a lot, like 100 times. I told you I'm not living in a speaking country, and I really want to speak like that. This technique is really work, but you heard a lot about this technique, right? But I want to remind you that you're not supposed to do it just one or twice. You're supposed to shadowing them a lot, like 50 times, 80 times, 100 times, who knows? But the more you do it, the closer you're gonna get. The closer you're gonna get like a native speaker. But it takes time and it takes practice. But if you have someone to have the conversation, and if you have someone in real life to speak with, you will get closer than you think it is. Remember that the key is consistency. How I actually do it, right? It's not about, it's time to shadowing and I have to shadowing. I don't do things like that. When you wake up, you do your morning routine and you just have to listen a lot and try to shadowing. When you take a shower, you can listen to some podcast or some YouTube video and you just, mimicking them, speak it out loud like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. For me, I do a lot when I'm running, cooking, doing my skincare, driving. At least 5 minutes a day, I would just listen and just say it, say it and try to speak it. You have to think and understand that you don't think it's like a word or and you don't force yourself to do it. Find your favorite song, your favorite podcast, movies, video, anything, and listen and repeat. You can do it because you already watch some video, you already listen to podcast, you already, listen to the music, right? You can do it as well. You just say it. Don't really trust me, it's okay. But I'm in there and it's challenging, but when you're shadowing them a lot, it's not gonna work enough yet. But you have to find the opportunity as well. Find the opportunity to have the conversations with real people and then you make mistake, and then you do it again, you learn it again, and then you're gonna improve. And the reason you couldn't speak English is just not about you don't know enough word or about grammar. It's not about that you are doesn't good enough in English yet. The reason is that you just don't practice your mouth. You just don't practice your speaking English enough yet. Now it's your time to just, go out there, shadowing, live in your day-to-day life, do everything as usual. You just have to listen, in English, not your native language, okay? Listen and speak, say it out loud again and again. And when you say it out loud, and then you are improving. You not just keep everything in your head. Not like that anymore. And if this video means something for you, consider to subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.